The Senzo Meyiwa murder trial continues at the Pretoria High Court with the latest focus on the inspection in Loco, a site visit to gather further context around key events in the case. On July 4th, the court moved proceedings to Vosloorus in Gauteng's East Rand to inspect the location where the first accused, Muzi Sibiya, was allegedly assaulted. Sibiya and 4 other men are standing trial for the 2014 killing of Bafana Bafana goalkeeper and captain Senzo Meyiwa. Joining us to unpack the legal significance of the site visit and the broader implications for the case is legal analyst Elton Hart. He's a lawyer with the Law Clinic at the University of Johannesburg. Thank you so much, Elton, for your time.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to the viewers.
Good afternoon. Now let's start with the inspection in Loco. We saw accused Muzi Sibiya demonstrate how he was assaulted by police before making that confession. What are your thoughts?
No, obviously, it was difficult, and it was difficult for the accused because at the time when the alleged assault and torture took place, the accused, number 2, Muzi Sibiya, he was alone at that venue. And it was all these police officers, so it would look like that it's improbable that it happened. But when you look at what he actually explained and where it was, it seems that it's more truthful what the accused was saying, that they were actually tortured. And at the beginning of the trial, these guys first said they never stopped at these venues. These venues are open out in the public, but we could see that it's not as a frequented areas that people will just walk past so that you can see. And the way he explained how people were actually, how the vehicles were parked, where the vehicles were parked, you could obscure the view of what's happening at the back of the vehicle. And depending on the time that he was also brought there, there would be lesser and lesser traffic. So I think, and I always had this view that I believe the accused when they say that they were tortured to actually make certain confessions and sign documents.
All right, Elton. Now let's talk about, what happened in court yesterday, where the photographer went back to the scene alone and took pictures that were not part of the inspection and also brought them to court as part of photo evidence. Also, the judge, Ratha, comments on the inspection in Loco. We've seen the judge assisting in giving evidence. What does this mean for the case?
No, I think that would lead to an unfair trial if you go and gather evidence when people are not. So on whose command did he go and take photos? That would be on the state's command. So it will mean that the state has told him exactly what they need in order to sort of support the narrative or the state's case and not necessarily look at the fair trial. If additional information is sourced, if it's not part of the investigation by the investigating team, and especially if it relates to the inspection in Loco, all relevant parties should be there. If that's the case, then it should not be sort of half allowed. And obviously the judge, you could see that the judge is leaning more towards the state's version and sort of half giving the defense a little bit of a tough time on certain questions and the manner in which he raises the questions. And obviously that's his prerogative of how he raises his issues that he highlights as a judge. But it gives the accused an opportunity at a later stage, if an adverse finding is made pertaining to what has transpired in the inspection in Loco, that they can take it on appeal.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Elton. Thank you for speaking on this.